Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video of the Azimuth. Today we're going to be doing a new review video on the IS-3. The IS-3 is a tier 5 Russian heavy tank with 122mm D25T gun, 250mm penetration. It does pretty well against practically anything except for, because the new armor system actually works. So basically, T125, which is difficult to go through, a angle in E100, again, difficult to go through, and a lot of things with it. So, let's go over this tank. 1500 units. It's reasonable for tier 5. The T10 has 1700, but that's a higher level tier 5. 1425 DPM. I guess that's okay for 122mm. I mean, the E100 has 120mm L50. That is 2000 DPM. Which means you're going to get out DPM by a lot of things. So if you come across a E100, just hope that you hit for a really high roll in coffee 100. Average pen is 250. That's the average pen, so I'm not sure how much it flies up or flies down, so it can fly up all the way to 300mm. I'm not quite sure. I'm not even sure if it even does that in the game. So it's got 200mm of whole armor, 220mm of front toe armor, and 220mm of gunman armor. The 200mm of front whole armor, 172mm of front toe armor, and then 220mm of gunman armor. So it's not the most armored tank, which is a bit of a problem, because you can actually have Panthers playing this thing from the front. It's pretty insane. I mean, now with the new armor model, it works better, but it's still got its flaws. Acceleration rate is 65. Again, that's a bit Top speed is 38. Bit So let's take it out into battle and see how it performs. So the reload is going to be quite painful, not as painful as like the IS-2. I really like the IS-2 because, reasons. I think the IS-2 is a pretty nice tank. So we just got to wait for the time to go down. So let's actually talk about the IS-2 now. So the IS-2 is basically this thing, but with a 122. But really, this is the IS-2 M, because it's got the different shaped hole at the front. So I'm going to go back to the IS-3. The shape of the turret can also aid you in bounce shots. I would not recommend angling this tank because, as you can see by here, if you angle, you expose one of your whole cheeks, and that can really hurt you. So we're going to battle now. So as you can tell, it's not that particularly quick. I mean, I do kind of wish that its speed limit was put up to like say 47 or 45. That would be a lot better. That would make this thing a little bit more maneuverable. The acceleration rate is a bit near, as I said before. When 65 is not the best. Look here. It's too shallow. That's a T10 and something else. It's a Conquer. It's a Conquer. Oh god, I actually hit him. Okay. 460 damage. So that's pretty good with solo actually. Well, that is a T10. Something you don't want to fight against. No, that went over. God damn it. So we're just going to go up here. Hopefully. Aiming, 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 aiming. Smack right in the turret. That's a nasty hit right there. I will do another review video on a certain tank that has gotten a heavy nerf, but right now I'm doing this video. To be honest, do I like this tank? I do and I don't, because tank just doesn't feel as comfortable as it used to, really. Need to move. I would have gotten shot in the face then by a T10 with that M62 T2 gun, and I don't really want to get shot by that. How are you still alive? Front armor forwards. Okay, that didn't work. That really didn't work. I think there's either an STB or T62A up here, and that's kind of bad news either way. Oh, of course that's gonna ricochet off a T10, because why not? I want to kill this M41. And because tracks don't count as, trolley spaced armor now, kind of makes it a little bit more reasonable. I want help. I need help. I need help. I need big help. The problem is he can do 50, I can only do 30, 34. And he reloads quicker than me, so that's a big problem. Yeah, he reloads a lot quicker than me. And for some reason, I can't aim. On a face hug him. Face hug, face hug, face hug. Face hug, face hug, face hug. Face hugging is not working. Nope. Basically, its armor doesn't work. It doesn't work up against big caliber rounds, but it was only meant to counter up to 105mm shells. It wasn't meant to counter, like 120 or 115mm. But now we're going to move on to a tank that I kind of like, the IS-2. So the IS-2 has 1,280 hit points. So if I'm correct, this is the Chinese IS-2, because the Chinese IS-2 has 1,280 hit points on one attack. Yeah, it's 1208 DPM, which is terrible. Says I think this has one of the longest reloads of the game. 196mm penetration, which again is terrible. It has 120mm of frontal hull armor, 100mm of frontal tail armor, and 100mm of gunman armor, which means you're going to get penned by practically everything. The acceleration rate is terrible at 66. The top speed is terrible at 37. So basically, this tank is terrible, but it's got character. That's all that matters. I think that's an STV up there. Yeah, the reload is incredibly long. But if you can hit, you do quite a lot of damage actually, and this is a fairly good tier 4 heavy tank. You know, it's got a long reload, but it's got a raw alpha damage. So basically, you can come around the corner, you can blap somebody for either most of their hit points or, well, all of their hit points. That's an STP. Of course it is. And it's float. Oh god. Now I don't really use my Bagler Panther because reasons. That sounded like a pretty large shot. Oh my god. I want to get a shot, but I can't get a shot with this 122mm D25T. What was that? Where'd that come from? I can't tell. $380, I mean, yeah, these are, you know, low damage rolls. 364 is a pretty abysmal damage roll. I mean, normally you'd hit for about 410 average damage with this gun. But obviously the game doesn't like me, so let's actually move up and actually, you know, die. I hope that STB isn't still alive, or if I believe that means it's getting cooked. I see you, I see you. Go, 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 go. Oh. This guy obviously doesn't understand what this game is. So I'm nearly reloaded. I'm reloaded right now. He's probably there he is. And because tracks don't act as trolley stellinium armor anymore, all I have to do is just aim at him and fire. Because I know I'm going to pen, and I know I'm going to kill him. So, I mean, of course, if I would have hit for very, very low damage roll, then I would have been absolutely toast. But the first shot that we put into him was 501 damage. That's a fairly high damage roll. And then the next one was average damage roll. And that is a Bagelite Panzer. The Bagelite Panzer is basically a cheaty way of winning the game. It's a cheat, basically. And it's a disgusting cheat. And I honestly think it should be removed. Because it is disgusting in every way. I don't know how we missed that guy, but okay. So that's the IS-2. I do like the IS-2. I mean, the IS-2 is a fairly good tier 4 heavy tank. If it was moved down to tier 3, then I would start to say, hang on a minute, this is a bit, bit overpowered here. Maybe you should tone it down a little bit. Because if it was moved down to tier 3, its DPM will probably just drop to about 1,000 or so. Now, I'm going to move on to the T10, and then we're going to move on to the. Well, actually, I might actually just do a review on the T44 122 because basically this is like a fast heavy tank in a way. I mean, it has armor. It's 142 millimeters of front hull armor, which is a bit bizarre, and it's got 80 millimeters of front armor, and it's got 110 millimeters of gunbat armor, which doesn't make sense. It's got 1,100 hit points, which is pretty terrible for a lightly armored medium tank. DPM is 1,300 with the same gun that the IS-2 uses. It has 175 millimeters of penetration, which is a big drawback. The acceleration rate is far better, and the top speed is better. So you lose some things, you gain some things. So you lose armor and penetration over speed, agility, all that. So it is pretty nippy. The turret traverse is disgusting as always. I mean, I don't know what that turret traverse is. I think it's probably 9 degrees a second, which again is terrible. The gun reload is obviously better than the IS-2, but the IS-2 is catching up quick. So basically, this is basically a quicker IS-2 in a way. That's what it is. And that's the end of him. And we're here for rather high damage roll, 497. Oh, I'll take that. I'm going to move up. The reload is pretty painful, but it's not as painful as, for example. Oh Christ, that's a T44 122. The reverse is pretty abysmal. Yeah, I see you 122, don't worry. I see you. That is it. Oh Christ, I'm spotted. Oh, that hurt big time. I need to take that panther out. Where is he? There he is. I'm not sure what his reload is, but I don't want to find out. Can I pop over and take a shot? I can, but I missed, and that's really bad news. Luckily he didn't kill us, so that's good. We're basically, he's charging. He's charging right now. And he's dead. Simmer. Yum yum. Oh Christ. Now there's a tank there. And I'm dead. That's an SU, isn't it? Yeah, SU-85. That's a good kill by him, actually. So to be honest, I don't like the T-44 122. It's it's been power creeped. Like horrendously power creeped by all the new tanks that's been happening. So I want to move on to the T10, and these are the T10 is basically the tank that you want. You want this tank because with the new armor script, this tank is a monster. It is an absolute monster. So the gun mantlet, as you can see, let me just remove the hit remover. So the gun mantlet is this big box right here. If you look at the front of the tank, that big box shield quite a bit of the turret actually. Because the armor script actually works, the armor angling and everything works, you're gonna have a harder time penning the turret cheeks. They're 157mm flat on. Flat on. That's angled at quite a steep angle actually. It's not just angled to, to the side, but it's also angled upwards. So you got to struggle quite badly. So of course this uses the 122mm M62 T2 gun. If you don't know what that gun is, then look it up. It has 1,700 hit points, 1,623 DPM. Yeah, I mean, like, that's alright for tier 5. It's not the best, nowhere near the best, but it is workable. 250mm pen, same as the IS-3, but you get less of the spawning effect. 260mm of frontal hull armor, 157mm of frontal turret armor, and 367mm of gunman armor, which means not a lot of things are going to get through the front of your turret. Only like, like Leopard 1 and things like that. Acceleration rate is abysmal at 111. The top speed is pretty good at 50. So, this is basically the sports version of the IS-7. Now, if you don't know what the IS-7 is, then you go look it up. It's basically a monster for tank, and if it was added in Tankery, it'll probably break the game. But basically, this is the faster version. It's the less armored, more quick version of the tank. So, yeah, that's that. I'm gonna paint mine. I got no jungle camo, and that's a laugh. I'll paint mine allied. That's why not. And go to my T10 again. Slap my T10. But basically, once you get up to speed, this thing is quick. It is quick for heavy tank. This 122mm, it does have a rather slow shell velocity, so you need to aim up quite high for like sniping shots. But if you hit, you're gonna hurt them real bad. And because the tracks, again, as I'm saying, don't act as spaced armor or don't absorb the shots anymore, all you have to do is just aim at the target and just click that mouse, and they're gonna go to Kingdom Come. So I am going to attempt to blap somebody with my big old gun. As again, like I said, the acceleration rate is absolutely abysmal. So don't expect to be like a sports car in this thing. Now, I saw a red tank there. I don't know what tank it is. La 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 la. Let's move up into position and try and look at this tank. Oh, look at that, it's an STA. $444. Try and pen my front, mate. I dare ya. You probably pen my turret, that's the only problem. Nope. Oh, you're funny. Can you not outflank me. Ooh, okay. He somehow was able to get through my front armor. I'm gonna run away now. Because I don't want to get shot. Yeah, he missed. That's a Crusader? Oh no. That's something else. How are you penning me? What are you? Oh. Right, you're that thing. And he's still penning me. I'm gonna get around you. Get off me. Get off. There's no way you can pen my front or my side. You're just being annoying now. You know that, right? Bugger off. Not too worried about the tier 1s. I want to kill that AMX. I want to kill him. Now, he can pen my turret. I know that for sure. I've just screwed that shot up. Oh, god damn it. Oh, yep. He has a 5-second inter-clip reload. Ooh, which means I am so good. Bugger off, man. Jesus. Okay, that's pure cancer. Ooh. Right. So we looked at all the basically the IS tanks. I mean, this was meant to be called the IS-8, but then it was turned to T-10 because, you know, Joseph Stalin ate whatever like that. So now we're going to look at the T-62A. And this thing is, it's not really disgusting, but, you know, does it say 180 or 190? I think that says 190 millimeters of frontal hull armor, 165 millimeters of frontal tail armor, 255 millimeters of gun mount armor. Gun mount is not that big. This uses a 100 millimeter UT8. I think it's a UT8 100 millimeter gun. But this thing hits like a truck for some bizarre reason. It has an acceleration rate of 64 and a top speed of 50, so you know it goes the same speed as the T10, but you got like half the acceleration rate. So you know, 2,329 DPM because this has an auto loader, I believe, like an automatic loading system. 264 millimeters pen because this uses APDS. 1,930 hit points. A bit low for a tier 6 main battle tank. Hopefully this gets moved up to tier 7 because I would really like this to be moved up to tier 7. Or maybe just add in the T62 that has the 115mm gun. That would be pretty cool. So I'm gonna charge forwards. But seriously, with this new armor system, I am noticing that the armor works now. If this doesn't blend in that well, I'm going to probably get shot before I can see. Now, if I'm not careful, I'm going to die from this. Oh, it's only a Panzer. Now that guy can pen me. I know that for sure. Not too worried about tier 1s. Oh shit, I'm worried about you there. No, let me go back, you dumbass. Stupid. I don't like players like that, I really don't. There we go. Now, I'm not too worried about them because they're not focusing me right now. I want to focus you because you're my biggest threat. You're dead. Okay, now I'm going to focus you. Christ. You better not pin me from the front. You're so screwed, mate. Oh my god, really? A low damage roll. Come on. There you go. I know what he's got 750 hit points, which means because I hit that low damage roll, I would have had to shoot him again. Now you've got what? 400? God damn it. That's a Churchill. Technically he shouldn't be able to pen me, but no, it just stings right off. So if I just show my turret, then he shouldn't be able to pen me. What on earth was that? That's a T10. That's terrible. Oh Christ. Here comes the Centurions. Oh god. Sir Panthers. Oh. I'm so bad at this. No, I don't want the T10 shoot me. No, T10. How does that even... Okay, that's bullshit. That's horseshit. That is such that's such rubbish. That is such crap right there. Again, I mean, the gun. Oh god, such bullshit. It really is. So, the T62A is the second introduction of the T62. So the T62 was the first, T62A was the second, and I think there was a T62B, I'm not entirely sure, but the T62A uses the 100mm, the T62 uses the 150. It gets a bit confusing, but hey. Now the T54 1951 variant, sadly there isn't a 1949 variant. The 1949 has the different turret. But this has the 100mm, trying to think, D10T, I think. I'm sure that's the name of the gun, I'm not too sure. But it has pretty low penetration for a tier 5 main battle tank. It has 208. I don't see you getting through a lot of armor with that. It has 185mm of frontal hull armor, it has 150mm of frontal turret armor, and it has 200mm of gun mount armor. Your turret is really weak against, other targets. But you have 1948 DPM, which is lower than the T62A, obviously, because the T62A is tier 6. This is tier 5. I think it looks pretty nice. You do have the super premium version, which is not that much difference, really. The only difference is its tracks actually move. They rotate. So it has 1,550 hit points, which is 400 less than the T62A. Bit of a HP gap, but that's standard. The DPM is not very big gap, only 200. The penetration is a massive gap difference between 208 and 264. That's a big difference. The armor, not so much of a difference, but you know, it's noticeable and you're going to get penned a lot more than if you were in T62A. Acceleration is basically the same, top speed is the same. So, let's put this gun to the test and see how well it does. The turret seems to turn faster than last time. And that's something I actually agree with, because the turret of this thing used to turn like an absolute drunken bar owner. And that went straight over his tank. Obviously Greg's buffed the shell velocity, because I haven't used his tank in such a long time. Yeah, shell velocity's been tweaked. Wow, he actually got me from all the way over there. Respect, my dude. Oh, he's done it again. That's not quite enough. Oh. Because he has a high velocity 75mm, I want to take him out first. And yeah, I can't even do that. I'm so stupid in this game. Just aim that there. What is wrong with me today? I can't even aim. Now, because my front armor is sloped downwards, they may have a chance of actually going through my armor, and that's a problem. I could go right through the armor. Surprisingly, this 100mm actually does less average damage per shot than the 100mm on the T62 Alpha. So that's a thing to take into mind. Oh god, Centurion, don't shoot me. That Centurion can go right through my armor because he has APDS. Oh, that's a nasty hit. Only 252 damage, so obviously the damage has been tweaked. So it's not as, you know, stupidly broken as it used to be. The reload's pretty nice. It does feel like it reloads slightly quicker than the T62 Alpha, but because of that damage per shot, it's not really, you know, ow, that really hurt. Okay, that's complete and utter horseshit right there. So it turns out, don't face hugger Centurion. He has an insanely quick reload with that 105. Centurion I might actually review next, in the next video. Oh god. I think he can possibly head me, but I don't want to test that theory. Really don't. Okay, somehow that went straight through his tank, but hey, you know, this Tankery after all. Oh god. There's a platoon of... Ow. If that was Wolf Hunter, that would have probably shattered and just killed my crew. Oh, don't... Oh, he can spoil me, and that's really bad. Really bad news. Oh god. That's so bullshit! That's horseshit! Oh Greg, fix that, man. That is such crap. That is such rubbish. It really is. It's just terrible. So, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs down. Put in the comment section what tank you want me to review next. And I'll be, happy enough to review it. I'm back to making videos, and we have hit 1,000 subscribers, and that is it's just so good. Anyway guys, I'm gonna see you later. Bye bye.